let's get to our schlong for the day. So this was, we just saw this video and we were like, WTF is happening in Oregon? Like, apparently indecent exposure in front of children in Oregon, totally fine, at least according to this cop.
Saying in the state of Oregon, someone can walk up to your 2-year-old kid completely bare naked, and that's not a crime? Even if it's on your property.
Correct. Well, so it's trespassing, but what I'm saying is there's no laws against the actual nudity portion of it.
So you can expose yourself to children in Oregon.
Again, if you're not doing it for sexual gratification or the gratification of somebody else, yes, you are allowed to walk around in public naked.
On private property, this is where I live, and someone just came and exposed themselves to my 2-year-old boy, and this officer's saying that it's not a crime. So a naked person came up onto my property here, approached my 2-year-old kid, completely naked.
Oh my God.
Which I ran over to him and covered his eyes so he wouldn't see. My obvious thought is to call 911 as someone's indecently exposing themselves to my child on my property. At what point did this become a normal and acceptable thing to do? The cops will literally do nothing about it. They're basically saying we have to wait for that person to do something more serious to your kid before we can intervene.
I mean,
I don't do that in Texas.
Right. Like, how can this be? I want to believe so badly that this cop is just completely misinformed.
Oregon.
And that he's going to fix. Yeah, this is Bend, Oregon.
Yeah.
Specifically.
That might be part of his problem is that he's living in Oregon. I mean, this is Oregon, you know? I mean, no offense to anybody living in Oregon, but that could be part of it. I mean, listen, he's a cop. I'm assuming that he probably knows this is, it kind of made me, because when he was talking to him, it made me think this has happened before. It seemed like this has obviously happened before. And the cop's like, oh no, I mean, you have to, the naked person has to be doing something and doing something that is along the lines of sexual gratification or gratifying somebody else in order for it to be a crime. I feel like he's been in this situation before where he's arrested somebody just for that and not just for standing there naked in front of a 2-year-old. So that concerns me.
Well, how is it not? How is it not for the gratification of himself? What other possible reason is there to expose yourself to a 2-year-old that you don't know?
Oh, I 150% agree with you. I do. But I'm just saying, I feel like there's a lot of naked people running around Oregon. That worries me.
Oregon is pretty cray for sure. But oh my gosh,
you guys,
I cannot imagine this poor dad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I feel like if that happened on our property here in Texas, it would not be like the covering of our kids' eyes. There would be that naked person would not there would be problems with the naked person. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a problem.
There would be some consequences.
There would be some consequences to the naked person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a good time to remind everybody about how they can treat their dogs right. And that is with this Rough Greens. Rough Greens is an essential nutritional supplement for your dogs. This is the oil change for dogs. That's how we like to describe it. It's created by naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. And this is like, you're not going to see an immediate change in your dog the first time you use it. But over time, you're going to notice things because of all the essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and digestive enzymes and omegas. You're going to notice changes in their coat, their breath, their energy level. All of these things are like good maintenance for your dog to keep them running and living their best life for as long as they possibly can. And the coolest thing about it is that you can get a free Jumpstart trial bag at roughchicks.com. That's RUFF chicks.com. Roughchicks.com.
Theo's coat has completely changed. His coat it's a completely different coat in the past 6 months. It's done. It was like slimy and sticky when we first got him, and I would wash him, and it was I just hated. I didn't like it. I was like, "Is this the way Pyrenees coats are?" Now it's soft and fluffy. And I'm convinced it's Rough Greens.
Yeah. See, that's a great testimonial. Mm-hmm. You can try it too. They love it. They love the taste of it. It just makes their dry kibble sort of come to life. So get your free Jumpstart trial bag at roughchicks.com. Duce Elias says our founding fathers were all felons from the Crown. And Michelle Boyd says the only Baldwin I like is Stephen both very, very good
Yeah.
points.
Somebody asked about, like, is it trespassing? Because I mean, the
Well, he
person.
said it was. The cop said it was.
Okay, so he's gonna get arrested for that, but not being naked.
Or maybe he'll just get cited with some sort of misdemeanor. Like, I don't know if that's even something that you'd get arrested
I would
for
be
as much
like
as
I would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Your thing ran into my garden tool. Sorry, it got cut off. I apologize. It was just
How
out.
did that happen?
I
That's
don't
so
know how
weird.
that happened, Mr. Naked Guy.
And
Whoops."
speaking of nakedness, there was an article on the Daily Mail yesterday that said that it's now official. Like, this is not a change because you could always have seen porn on Twitter. But now it's like Elon has made it official. Hey, porn people, you are welcome to have all your porn on X now, not Twitter, but X. So there's been some hullabaloo as a result of that. There's a lot of people who are very, very upset. I get upset only when it appears in our comment section because, like,
Yeah,
I don't see porn because I'm not looking for it. So I get
exactly.
if you're
Yep.
out there and you're looking for it, you can find it. I only see it sometimes. It'll show up by the bots in our comments. So, like, we'll post something about the border, and then all of a sudden there'll be like, "Come watch me get, like,
Yeah.
you know," right? And I'm like,
Yeah,
"I'm gonna
exactly.
ban you or I'm gonna block you."
Yeah.
But people have varying opinions about whether that should be allowed, or like Facebook and Instagram do not allow it. Should X go the way of banning porn? And then you got the question, like, how do you decide what is porn and what isn't
They
porn?
still have the bot accounts on Instagram, though. I mean, we get those bot accounts that are like, the weird "I'm gonna talk dirty to you" accounts, and we
Right.
get, like, the spammy accounts, and I'm like, "Go away, you whores," you know? I
You
mean,
bot whores.
right, you whore bots. Yeah, I just totally I'll ban them too. I mean, and
Right.
there's a lot of them out there. So, I mean, they try, but Twitter, it is kinda weird that they do allow porn. I mean,
Right.
but he's all about the free speech,
He's all
you know?
about the free speech
Yeah, I'm
for
not a
sure.
fan of it either. I don't like it, but he is about that. So he's like, "I guess, we gotta make a place for the whores." You
We
know?
welcome everybody's free speech, including the whorebots.
Including the whores and the whorebots. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of his deal. So, where do you draw the line, right? I don't
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.